Alright, we're back for the sideboarding, and as we see here, I'm bringing in a Ration Cleric and Drown in Sorrow, since that's why they're in my deck, for this deck. I'm also going to bring in Anafenza, since she is just bigger than all of the 2 and 3 damage burn spells that he has. As for what we're cutting, we're just kind of trimming out a bunch of stuff. The Edict effects aren't very good, since he has like a bunch of token producers, but I think that it's still worth having a couple of them just to get value on our Liliana with our collected companies, and then just shaving some of these morph creatures. They're just really all interchangeable for the most part, and these guys are just better.
So I'm doing some heavy sideboarding here, so this explanation will be a little bit more lengthy. Starting with bringing in 4 Eidolon of the Great Revel. Outside of Collected Company and the large rally, your deck is like 3 or less because you're a Collected Company deck. So ideally, Eidolon's going to be good. So this is a pretty easy card to board in. Rose is a pretty easy card to board in. You're bringing in Clerics and Anafenza, and you have a bunch of creatures that are worth killing. And also Liliana has more than 2 toughness, so I need an additional way to get that off the table before it gets started, and I can't leave it on the battlefield because it's too hard to win then. Heel Cutter is kind of experimental. It seems like it would be good because you're a creature deck. It's got some relevant power and toughness stats, so we're going to find out if that's good in this matchup. I imagine it's good on the play and medium on the draw, but it is important for getting past cards like Cleric and Anafenza and Liliana. Rabblemaster wasn't particularly good in the 2 games we played, but that's a pretty small sample size. I think that card's pretty good on the play and pretty medium on the draw, so we're going to see how that goes when we board into more copies of that card. And then Rending Volley, I'm just boarding in 1, and I'm basically boarding him in to kill these creatures that I know he has in his sideboard. Volley is kind of interesting in the fact that it, doesn't deal damage to you, but it does kill relevant creatures that are hard for me to get through. As far as what I'm sideboarding out, Frontal Retreat Denizen trades with too much of your stuff to be effective, and it's also, there are particular draws that you have that are good with it and others that are poor. When you're boarding out Denizen, that means you kind of want to board out Dragon Fodder, but at the same time, I'm boarding out Fodder because I need to just swap 2-drop for 2-drop, so that's why I'm boarding an Eidolon. Slash is pretty good against your deck, but you're also changing your deck to be a little bit better against Wild Slash. Like, I don't think directly, I think you're doing it indirectly, but as you see the cards you're boarding out, like the things that you would morph, and your Flesh Bags and your Merciless Executioners, Wild Slash just gets worse. And then, well, this is just, you ever just play a card that you just sideboard out, but it's nice Miser's one of the main deck?
Yep.
That's what Become Immense is. It's the first to go, so that's going to go too. See, these are nice little Misers to play together. We'll see how it goes.
Hand in hand.
Indeed.
Let's jump in and see what happens.
Game 3.
Let's do it.
You mangled me game 2. So
Can I go first again?
No.
Man.
No.
You have the option.
I sure do. Options are great. And I'm going to select the option of playing Eidolon on turn 2 on the play, hopefully. Come on, baby. Alright, decent 4. Eh? Okay. 1 drop. 1 drop.
I mean, you boarded out 4. What are you asking for?
I did board out 4. This is interesting.
How many Fire Drinker Sight are in that deck?
2.
Should probably be a 2-2 split with your Foundry Streets on that boarded out. The more I think about it, Denizen is Satyr is real bad.
Yeah, Satyr's not great. At least you can trade with a Cleric.
That's true, I guess.
That's a minor benefit. Ah, boy. You're a 2 drown deck. I'm gonna keep. This is real risky.
Alright, I'm gonna keep 2. We definitely want to draw a 2-drop, but what are you gonna do?
Showtime at the Apollo. Your turn.
Good.
I really feel BBD just rubbing off on me.
It's that seat.
It has to be. Oh, baby. Daddy's home from work. I did not draw that for the turn.
Had it.
I did not draw that. Your turn.
A Ration Cleric?
No.
Go.
19 hit points. I'm going to do a little deck thinning because I don't want to draw very many more lands. I know it's a minor thing in Magic.
It just makes you feel better.
But it does make me feel better because if I drew the Force for this
That's
turn...
all that matters.
If I drew the Force this turn, I would be furious. Though I would have drawn Goblin Rabblemaster this turn, so I'm actually still furious.
Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Alright,
That's the motto of the Cons of Tarkir as well.
This comes to you. I'm going to draw. You didn't do anything on the first 2 turns of the game. You might be able to pick up a little something there. Draw a card.
I mean, you didn't do anything on the first turn, so we're basically playing the same game at this point.
This is true. This is true. Okay. So, this is where things get interesting, because Chris has done nothing on the first 2 turns of the game. You don't have 2-mana spot removal if memory serves. You don't have Ultimate Price. You don't have Bile Blight. So, it leads me to believe that he probably kept the hand with either Drown in Sorrow or Anafenza. Now, we can try to just say, I don't care about Drown in Sorrow and beat it, or we can say, I care about Drown in Sorrow and try to play around it, and I think I'm going to say I care about Drown in Sorrow and play around it. So, Deuce.
18.
Because I think my hand lines up in such a way that I can play around the card. Go.
All right.
But this will be kind of an interesting game. Okay.
17.
There's a lot of different ways that I can take this hand, but it's me kind of playing a guessing game against what you have.
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling this is just going to get roasted, but I'll go to 16, and we'll play a Banana Fenza.
Banana Fenza resolves.
Your turn.
Alright. Draw a card. Not a terrible draw. Just
She did.
4.
12.
Oh, you took 1? Goulet.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. So I can do this, or I can just do this. And I'm honestly not sure which route is best. I think that it's probably this. I actually like this a lot.
Alright, Drown Sorrow's good.
I'll go to 11.
You're at 11.
I'll drown, we get to scry 1, and I'll put that on the bottom, because I don't need another one of those. And we'll play Citadel and pass.
So this is part of the reason I didn't play this on turn 3, is because this is a really good recovery card post-round, and if he didn't play anything on turn 1 and turn 2, it leads me to believe he has Drown in his hand. Now, him playing Anafenza I also had an answer for, which was pretty nice. So, as I draw my card for this turn, I was able to play Fire Giant Crusader last turn, and be able to still have this in backup in case he had Drown, because if he doesn't have Drown last turn, I'm in a pretty good spot, but him having Drown this turn still puts me in a pretty good situation, because now I can reload effectively by playing
Outburst
Board
or
Outburst.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can play this Mountain, and then I can say go, and I still feel like I'm in a pretty good winning position, even though he's drawn 2 of his sideboard cards.
So, he probably has a Stoke that he can curve off that with. And we'll just pass.
Collected Company strategy, eh?
So the card is great.
It is very powerful, no doubt about it. I'll draw a card for my turn.
I like it because it's random. Could be anything.
I don't have much of a choice here. Can't really play around anything, so Battle Zones. Yes, sir.
See what happens. Could be a boat.
One creature.
Oh no, there's 4. So you have 3 cards?
Yep.
Alright, well, I think that these 2 are probably going to be my best bet. And let's see what happens. Trigger.
Alright, trigger is on the stack.
Okay.
It's got harder, as it oftentimes does.
This interaction is nice.
I don't want to know what that is. Alright, trigger's on the stack. About as good as time as any to play Atarka's Command. So, we're going to do this
Rats.
for the... Is this skill crack time? This might be a skill crack. Oh, I
It's a
can't.
6-point swing.
Yeah, I can't afford to let you gain life, which is the problem. Finding Cleric, though, is really good, but I can't let you go to 14. You're at 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I can't let you do that. So, all right, so one of the modes is definitely going to be you can't gain life. The other part's kind of hard. Because I can deal 3 damage to you and put you down to 8, and then you have blockers that are effective against my goblins. Or I can make my goblins into 2/2s, then you say block here, 2 damage would get through, you'd go down to 9, and you have decisions to make with your creatures and how you want to use them. And that's the decision point. You have 4 cards?
Yep,
You have
4
4
cards.
cards. That's our decision point. Here's our hand. But that's the decision point we have to make, because definitely can't let you gain life this turn. It's unclear if trying to burn you out is feasible, but I think it might be. So, we'll say...
Up top?
We'll say, yeah, we're going to go up top. We're going to put you to 8.
Patrick would be proud.
I know he would.
Can I go to blocks?
Feel free. My creatures are dying. You're going to go to 7.
Yep.
Rock and roll.
My turn.
Rock and roll, McDonald's.
This is going to be really cute.
I don't like what you're about to do, because I think I know what you're about to do. Six.
Yep, we're going to go to 6.
Hi-ya. 3 manas. And offense is good. What's this? Lily pad. Oh no. Okay.
Alright. Activate.
Yeah.
Trigger.
That's on the stack.
Yep.
That's on the stack. Ugh. Jeez, oh Pete. Alright. Crud. I got a lot of life to work with. If your hand's not good, I can win. We can runner, nothing's funner. You have to leave.
I'll respond.
Okay.
Sacrifice. Trigger again.
You are much smarter than me. I don't think there's a lot I can do. I guess maybe no, because if I strike cleric in response, I'm still
And she wants me casting?
yeah.
Then I just sack to the husk, and then like the same
This
situation
is still gonna
happens.
happen. Yep. 9.
Alright. We'll bring Black Cleric, go to 9, and 6 ball, yeah.
13.
Go ahead.
My chances of winning are low. I don't think my play with Lightning Strike was particularly good, but I'm not sure it's going to end up mattering. This is this has to be, I don't even know if that does it. Maybe that's a card that can get me back in the game. Draw a card. Okay. Well, given that he has Liliana, I don't have much of a choice but to empty my hand now. This is still sort of winnable. It's going to be pretty hard, though. Go. Though that Lightning Strike play was not particularly good. I guess it killed Anafenza.
Oh, that was nice.
Did you draw Rally?
No, I drew a Collected Company.
No, stop. I hate that card.
It's just very good. So, do I want to plus my Liliana first? No, I think I'm just going to cast the Collected Company first. See what happens.
Should I use my commentator voice?
Go ahead.
Tris and Amy are going to cast Collected Company. Take a look at the top 6 cards. See if you can find 2 creatures to put on the battlefield. The other 4 will go to the bottom.
Well, there are 6 creatures here.
Well, I can't possibly win.
No, they're all great, too.
Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. Wild Slash not lining up well against you in this matchup is annoying. Husk is really good. Liliana's really good.
I should have played the land and played the raptor first before I attacked. Oh, I think I want to keep the raptor back on defense. So I think that I can actually get these two and just get real aggressive.
Yep.
Alright, this is going to trigger,
Okay.
and it's going to give these 4 creatures haste and intimidate.
All right. Raptor.
Plus the Leona. Are you just dead?
No moss. No moss, please.
Well, I guess I can't sacrifice.
But you are going to gain 2. Go to 11.
Yeah.
There is not.
I don't think you can do 11.
There is not a draw in the world. Even though it's Atarka's command on top of my deck. I don't like the way. I mean, clearly I don't like the way I play the lightning strike, but I don't think it would matter.